Howdy, Possum Patty here, and today was a beach day. Come on along. Time to get started in my mermaid tale journal. And today's beach adventure is about these glasses. Well, it is 12 hours later and my video didn't get made because it was one thing after another. First, I went to print some pictures and my little Canon IV printer needed to get charged up. So I plugged that in. So I tried to airdrop some of my photos from my phone to my computer and it wouldn't work. And then my computer battery looked like it was dying, so I plugged that in. So then I said, well, I'm going to take some time to look for something I wanted to put in the beach journal, and I couldn't find it. So I decided to look for something else, and I couldn't find that either. So at that point, I'm like, well, let me go back and see if I can get the airdrop to work. And I spent the rest of the evening till bedtime. You know, you Google search and then you try what one person says and you try what another person says. And I'm like, well, what's different? This worked every day till now. And then I remembered I updated the computer and my phone's been wanting to update for a few days now. And one of the people said, turn everything off, turn everything on. So I turned everything off, turned everything on. It didn't work. And I said, well, let me update the phone. And so I updated the phone, then I turned everything off, turned everything on, and now everything is working. So back to journaling. Okay, I almost kind of forgot what I was doing here. This is from my Mary Engelbrett crafting box I got the other day at the flea market for $2. And this was in there. I said, well, this will make a great first page in the journal. And then I have this tide chart. Mr. Possum prints these out. He likes to know when high tide is, low tide, sunrise and set, and moon phases. This is July, so he doesn't need this one anymore. So I thought this would be a good background to do my journaling on. This is very thin, so I thought, and this is very thin, if I do a kind of a flip on this page, having this like that, and then open it up and use this as the background paper, and then put in a picture of my sunglasses. Oh yeah, so this is about the sunglasses. So let me see if I can get this all together while I tell this story, because this goes back several years. And it starts with Mr. Possum, and we're going to the beach, and this is when we lived in Pennsylvania, and we used to go to the beach in New Jersey. I think it was Del Mar. And he had a new pair of very expensive glasses, like, I don't know what they were, like $600 or something ridiculous on. And he goes out into the ocean, and a big wave comes and washes over his head and takes away his glasses. I know, right? So he's out there looking around with his feet, feeling on the bottom, trying to look through the water. Well, the ocean in the East Coast is like, you can't see through it. You know, it's not clear. It's green because it's got a lot of algae and sea life in it. But he's looking and looking, and I did journal about it in one of my journals that I couldn't find. But if I find it, I'll show you. And he just looked funny out there, but it's not funny he lost those very expensive glasses. So I told him, I was like, oh, that's such a shame, blah, blah, blah. Why'd you wear your glasses into the ocean? I would never wear my glasses into the ocean. You know, I just would never do that. No, 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 no. So since that day, he's learned to wear only like old glasses. He saves his old prescriptions and old glasses and takes them to the beach. Puts them on when he's going to go in the water. And so he decided to get, you know, one of those little bands that go around your head. So he figures if the wave knocks off the glasses, he's got that little band to hold them and he won't lose them. So a couple weeks ago we went to the beach with some friends and we just got the boogie board. So he goes out with the boogie board. He's got his old glasses with a little tie around his head. A wave comes up over his head. Whoosh. His glasses are gone. And again, I'm like, I would never wear my glasses in the water. Why are you wearing your glasses in the water? Well, because they're transitions. And so he likes, you know, it's a little bit of sunglass effect. He said it was too bright. But he could not find those either. So those are gone. But he's like, that's okay. I got another old pair. I'm like, okay, but I would never wear my glasses in the ocean. I don't know why you do that. So this time we went, which was yesterday, now that this has taken a day to get everything straightened out here so I could journal. Yeah, so the waves are very small. The water was mostly seaweed and not much surf yesterday. But I thought, let me take the boogie board out and I will, you know, just float around in the water, have some fun, cool off. It was like 98 degrees, so it was a good day to do that. And where'd the top go? I got a cat. I got too much stuff on the table. Where's my top? Come on, get off. I don't know. Top's around somewhere. So I had a hat on too, so I took off the hat and I can swear that I took off the sunglasses and put them into the hat in the beach bag before I went into the water. Was in the water for a little while, came out, went back to the blanket, went to put on my hat, my sunglasses, and my sunglasses were not there. So I'm tearing everything in the beach bag apart. Even in the lunchbox. Could not find anywhere my sunglasses. So Mr. Possum's like, did you wear them in the water? I'm like, no, I would never wear them in the water. I would take them off. I would never wear them in the water. And then so we're looking around, and he says, oh, there's some glasses over there and in the sand in front of the people who were sitting between us and the water. Was a pair of sunglasses. He said, are those yours? I said, I can't tell. So I walked around the people and I looked at them and they said, oh, those are your sunglasses. I said, oh, it's a little hard to tell. For some reason they looked darker. Maybe because the sun was so bright, I don't know. Or maybe because I didn't have my sunglasses on. It was hard to tell those were my sunglasses. So I picked them up and I said, oh yeah, Tory Burch. These are Tory Burch. I said, those are mine. I said, they're prescription. Let me take them back to my blanket and I will try and read with them. Then I can know for sure that those are mine. And they're like, oh, well, a woman found them in the water and she put them up on the beach, but it was still like where the water line was. So they were afraid they were going to get washed back out. So they picked them up and put them closer to where they were sitting. So I took them back to my blanket and I said, oh, these are mine. I thanked the people profusely. Thank you, thank you, thank you for rescuing my glasses. They're old too. They're like 3 prescriptions ago. So they're not good for much except for wearing at the beach. Things like that, but So I got them back, and Mr. Possum's all like, how'd you get your glasses back? He loses all his glasses. He never gets them back. And I said, I don't know, they're plastic. Maybe they floated. Who knows? So the whole point of the story is, I did something I said I would never, never do. And I got them back. He said, oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky you got those back. I'm like, yeah, I am. The lenses aren't worth much, but I think the frames are expensive. I'm trying to get this to fit on here. And this cat is being a pest. As you can see, she's right here. So I can't see what I'm doing. I want to get this glued down somehow, like that. Okay. Maybe if I glue this paper on here first. It's all about the paper engineering. And then I can glue this. So I put this cardstock because this is very thin and this is very thin. So I want it to be like a proper flip thing. And then I can glue it in here. And then figure out how I'm going to put my pictures. I have a picture of my sunglasses. I printed them out with a little splash because they went into the water. And there is just a picture of me with my boogie board. I can't stand up. Kitty. It's always the kitty. See, I got this kitty right here. Right there. And my sunglasses with the waves in the background. But I should write some of that story down, I guess. All right, I'm going to glue this down and figure out how I am going to decorate this to put my pictures on and do my journaling. So simple, I'm just going to glue the paper to the cardstock and the whole thing into here. And then think about how I'm going to decorate this. I'm thinking of some ways to jazz this up, and I haven't glued this down in yet, even though I said I would. But I went in the drawer and found these magnets, and I'm thinking of putting a magnet underneath this, and one here, and don't lose them though. Put them on my camera stand there. Taking a little shell, maybe this one with the pearl, and putting that on top of the magnet just to make a little magnetic closure. So I have to plan this before I glue it down. I found this paper, and this is more paper from the pack that this came out of. And it just happens to be about the beach and fun in the sun, and it is blue and yellow, just like this blue and yellow tide chart. So I was like, I cut out one of the frames, because this one has the sunglasses. And I put the picture of me in the surfboard there. And I thought maybe I would back it with this Mermaid paper, which is the same paper that is on this belly band over here. Too much stuff here. Okay, so that would be there. I cut that as close as I could. What's this? Is this glue? Yeah, probably. So this will go here, maybe. And I gotta put the sunglasses somewhere. Maybe I'll make a frame for those. And I was writing a short version of the story. After Thomas lost several pairs of glasses to the ocean gods, I said I would never wear mine in the water. Well, I forgot they were on, wore them in, and lost them. I was lucky. The ocean spit them back out, and they were found. So this is also from that paper. Came off of here, blue and yellow. but I think I'll give it a little frame, and I was wondering if there is room to give it a mermaid tail frame. I'll move those out of the way for now, which means I would have to draw fishtail, mermaid tail. I want it to be a little wider at the top, and then just not a lot of room here. I don't know if this will fit, but we shall see. Yeah, not a lot of room to make a tail. Let's see, at the bottom. And it's going to look funny because it's kind of wide. And should be narrower here. But maybe I could just make a little tail. See how that looks. But I can't go any narrower than the paper. Well, I can make a funny looking mermaid tail or fish tail. Well, the only thing to do is to cut it out and see how it looks. Kitty's back in my lap. Okay, that one is going out like that. Now, let's see what this looks like. I think I'll do it. I think I'll do it. I think I'll do it. So this will get glued to here. That'll get glued on there. This will get glued onto here. And all I need is a frame for this. Do I have any more of that paper? Yes, I do. Some stuff out of the way. Let's see, how much do I want? I'm just going to measure this. It is not easy to do this when you have a cat supervising. That is my clock. The white-breasted nuthatch clock. Which means it's almost lunchtime. Round the corners, I'm thinking about just stressing this with some Bahama blue. just because it's got a white border. So I'll probably put this down crooked, put this down straight. I'd like to see those moons across the bottom, but we shall see, we shall see. All right, so those have to get glued, that has to get glued. And I need to figure out the magnet. I do have stickers that look like sunglasses here. Move a couple things out of the way. I've got this one, but she's got sunglasses on. I think I got a small one. There's my shells. Some little ones here. I got these at yard sales. Oh, and there's a little pair in here. Well, this one might look cute. I think I got this for like 50 cents at a yard sale, not $3.99. No, wouldn't pay that. Maybe on the story, like that. Oh, that would be cute, right? Put that little sticker right there. I'm going to take this sticky thing off the back because the magnet, I think, is going to give it enough 3-dimension. I'll probably put a pearl right there where that... Oh, because, yeah, you can see through these. These are like see-through. So if I put the magnet right where that pearl is, and then put a pearl on top of it, you won't see it. And I will put it right there on the edge. See if I can get this together with the cat standing in my face here. Look at me, look at me. I'm here, pay attention to me. Checking to see which side sticks to this. All right, that side sticks to that. So that's got to go down. All right, this is going to be upside down. So you want this side up. So that it sticks to that. This is one of those very weak magnetic pieces from the Dollar Tree. But this is, oh, here she goes on the shoulder. Very strong, curiously strong magnets. Again, on Amazon. And this is my last one. So I'm going to go put in an order for some more. They are tiny and they are small and they work big. They're small magnets that work big. Okay, little paper engineering problems here. I switched out the thin magnet for a little bit of a stronger one because I had to add another layer of cardstock because this harbor sheet didn't go all the way to the edge of the paper. So I got some blue. And hopefully this will do the trick. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Okay, so I am going to glue this onto here. I made a little ripped edge, and then I'm going to glue this back down like that. And hopefully that should work now. Well, now I just have to put on the finishing touches for the first page. I did go around with this Memento Bahama Blue and one of those makeup brushes from the Dollar Tree. Kind of make it look a little wavy because there was a lot of white around the edge. Just kind of messed it up with some blue waves on there. There is my shell with the magnet underneath. So what I want to do is put a pearl right there. And I don't know, I want pink or white. I might go with the white. So while I was gluing everything down, Mr. Possum came in and said he wanted a red jewel that was bigger than the red jewel he had. And I told him go into the very well organized closet to the tub that says bling. And I pulled it out for him. And he took something away. But he hasn't said what he's making yet. So when I'm done with this, I have to go find out. Oh, I like that. I like that. All right, so mermaid tail, open it up. This is the life. She's got her sunglasses on. A hat full of fun right there. Got my magnet to hold it closed. Gotta let that pearl dry. Here's my mermaid's tail with my story on top of my high tide, low tide chart. And I was going to put some sunglasses here because that is about my sunglasses. So let's get that done. Put a little glue there. Perfect. I've got the picture of me on with my boogie board, not on my boogie board. I told Mr. Possum to take it from very far away because I figured very far away I'd look much better. And down here are my sunglasses and the surf. And I stood up so I can see my battery's about to die. So let me take care of that. But I'm thinking about putting a starfish on here because there's starfish in the background of this frame. You see them? Yeah. So I'm thinking about putting a starfish or something right there as soon as I change my battery. I just remembered I have these blue stickers. These are Shore Living from the Dollar Tree. And these are blue starfish. Oh, I left my glue open. I was changing the battery. We're exploding. Okay, now it's like every single piece of equipment. From this camera, I just changed the battery. To the printer, I had to charge up. To the computer, I had to charge up. To the phone, I had to update because it was not airdropping what I needed onto my computer. Everything had to get updated, charged, battery changed. We've got a pretty sand dollar on there too. Let's see. Wow, these are all really nice. And I don't know. I love this mermaid with the coral. I don't know that that page needs anything else. I want to be able to see a little bit of this tide chart so we know what that is. So there is a little blue, so maybe we'll just go with a little blue. Save the other ones for something. Oh, I should have saved that glue that was glopping. I could have used it on this. Mr. Possum hasn't come back yet, so I don't know what he's making. I'll have to update you on that. Oh, also, while I was gluing this stuff down, talk about equipment. The glue stick ran out of glue, so I had to open up a new one. So I'm kind of like, okay, what else? What else? Oh, you know what? The cutter, when I was cutting this paper, one of these papers, it's leaving a very jaggy edge, so it probably needs the blade replaced. But that would just be like one more thing. All right, that's it. I am going to call this done, recharge or reset everything before I try another page. But I love my cover. Look how sparkly and pretty that is, all right? I don't know if that comes across on the camera as pretty as it is in real life, but it's very pretty. I need to put something in my belly band. Well, you know what? I have a postcard from Dolores when she went to the beach. Where is that? I thought I took it out. I got all this stuff here. I really do need to do something with this desk. Beach, beach, beach. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Dolores went to Myrtle Beach. And so I can put that perfect right there, Dolores. Look at that. All right, from South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. This is the life. I like it interactive on the first page. That's fun. Got my story, got my mermaid tail, got my glasses and starfish, and story about my sunglasses. And phew, wow. Better call this done and move on to something else. So thanks for hanging in there with me today, and I just want to thank you all for coming along, and happy summer. It's still summer. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye. Well, I found out what the jewels were for. This is shed number 1, we like to call it, where we keep the lawnmower. And up on top is a little weather vane that Mr. Possum made. And in that star, he put a big red jewel. And it's probably really hard to see, but on the whale he put a red jewel eye on the whale. So he made this. The middle part is an old weather vane, but he added on the whale, and he's got 2 of those glass bulbs on there. The old weather vanes have like these blue balls on them to disperse the lightning when they strike. And he bought those golden ones. I think he bought those at the Hobby Lobby and drilled them out, put those on there. And then made that north, south, east, west, those little letters. He cut those out of copper. And he made that whale. So he kind of took an old-fashioned one and, you know, kind of made it his own. But for some reason today, he added jewels to it. Well, that's the story of the red jewel.